Unit 11. Cultures. Track 37.
I was in Yemen in the Middle East, and I was invited to a colleague's house for dinner. There was a long silence during the meal. I felt uncomfortable. I saw a beautiful table and said, "What a lovely table." My host laughed and said, "Oh, then please take it." I said, "Oh no, I can't take it." My host offered it to me 3 times. It was very embarrassing for us both.
Unit 11. Cultures. Track 38.
My friend Peter joined a French company recently. He made a mistake and used first names rather than family names. The staff were not happy about this. It is always best to be formal at first in France, especially when you start a new job. Peter's last company was an American company. People were more relaxed there, and they always used first names.
Unit 11. Cultures. Track 39.
I was in Osaka in Japan, and we went out for a meal with our Japanese sales staff. There were lots of bottles on the table, and after a while I poured my own drink. I didn't wait for somebody to pour my drink, and I forgot to pour drinks for the others. The Japanese staff looked a bit embarrassed and started laughing.
Unit 11. Cultures. Track 40.
Can you give an example of a cultural mistake in business?
Yes, I think mistakes can come from differences in styles of communication, which might be true for some different cultures. I have an example of working with a Dutch colleague who sent me an email saying, "I don't like the design, change it," which came across to me as very abrupt and a bit rude. Whereas actually he was just meaning to be very clear in what he wanted to happen. And once we had a conversation about that, I was able to change it in the way that he wanted.
Unit 11. Cultures. Track 41.
I have made a mistake. I was working with people in East Africa, and they had urgent problems to solve. When I was working with them, I rushed the work. I got straight on to the business. And what I learned was that it's rude to start work on the business in East Africa before you have asked each other how you are and what's been going on in your lives. And so when I did the work, I found it hard to get on with it until I'd given them that space to do it.
Unit 11. Cultures. Track 42.
It's easy to make cultural mistakes working internationally. I usually write quite long emails. I leave the important part of the message until the end, and that normally comes after perhaps some funny comments. It took me some time to learn that people in other countries find that confusing. They don't understand that I am not being direct. They are confused by the humour, and what I am trying to say then often gets ignored.
Unit 11. Cultures. Track 43. 1.
Could I have a map of the city, please?
Yes, here you are.
2.
Could you recommend a good restaurant, please?
Yes, there's a very good Italian restaurant near here. It's in Seymour Street.
3.
Could you say that again, please?
Yes, Seymour Street. I'll show you where it is on the map.
4.
Could you copy this document for me, please?
I'm sorry, I can't. The office is closed in the evening, but I can do it for you tomorrow morning.
5.
Could I have my bill, please?
Yes, I'll just print it for you.
6.
Could you call me a taxi, please?
No problem. Where do you want to go?
Unit 11. Cultures. Track 44.
So, Tom, things aren't going very well with you and Paul. What exactly is the problem?
Well, we don't have a very good relationship. That's it, really. I don't think I can work with him.
Why not?
Well, it's not just me. I think the whole team feels the same. You see, Paul's not very good at communicating. Or maybe I should say, he communicates in the wrong way. He doesn't like face-to-face meetings. But that's the way we solve most of our problems here. He spends most of his time sending emails to all of us. He's very formal. Too formal for this country. I suppose it's because of the culture he comes from.
What about our customers? Does he get on well with them?
Well, how can I put it? They respect him. He's got a lot of knowledge. But they don't really like him. Our customers like to meet us in the evening and get to know us socially. Paul doesn't join in. He's always too busy when a customer invites us for a meal. Maybe that's why the rest of the team doesn't get on well with him. They all enjoy meeting after work and having a good time together. Paul's just not interested in that sort of thing.
It's a pity. Socializing is important over here. You know, we sent Paul out here to help you. But it isn't working, is it? Your relationship, I mean.
No, it isn't. What's the solution then? What should we do?
Well, I think the best thing to do is for me to have a talk with him. I'll give him some good advice.
That's a good idea. After that, I think you should talk to the team. Explain what Paul's role is. People don't seem to understand what he's doing here.
Unit 11. Cultures. Track 45.
I really want to change things in the branch office, Stuart. I'd like our style to be more relaxed and friendly, just like it is at head office. That's the kind of image to show to our customers. It would get us a lot more business.
Sorry, Kate. I can't agree with you.
Why not? What's the problem?
You see, the staff at the branch office don't want to change things. They've been with us for years, and they're quite happy with the way things are.
Maybe, but we do need to change our style. We need a more modern image. I feel strongly about that. I want to meet some of the senior staff as soon as possible to explain why we need to change.
Well, good luck.
I can see you're against changing things, Stuart, but perhaps some of the staff will have a different opinion.
Maybe. Okay, let's set up a senior staff meeting for next week. You can present your proposals for change. We'll see how people feel about them.
Right. I'll make the arrangements and let you know when the meeting will be.
Unit 12. Jobs. Track 46.
How many jobs have you had since leaving university?
I've worked for 6 companies.
Why have you changed jobs so often?
I wanted to get experience of sales in different industries.
What have you done that shows leadership?
Well, I lead the sales team. I'm also chairperson of a local business association.
In what ways has your job changed since you joined the company?
I now have more responsibility, and I plan the sales strategy for the team.
Have you ever worked with a difficult person?
Well, the boss in my last company wasn't very easy to work with.
Unit 12. Jobs. Track 47.
What would be your ideal job?
I'm very fortunate because I think my current job is my ideal job. And I know a lot of people wouldn't be able to say that. I lead a management consultancy of 35 consultants, and I enjoy working with all my colleagues. We do very interesting work with a variety of clients. And although we work very long hours, it's very rewarding, and we have a good laugh as well.
Tell us about a job you didn't like.
Thankfully, that was one that I had over 20 years ago. And the reason I didn't like it was because I didn't think the company treated people very well. It didn't involve them or get the best out of them. And I also didn't get on well with my manager. Fortunately, I only stayed there a couple of years.